Whether it's breast cancer awareness or autism awareness, rebuilding parks, supporting reading initiatives, any number of critical issues that impact the citizens of Paterson, our firefighters are always ready there to stand up and lead. And yeah, when there's another emergency, we'll always be the first to respond, protecting our neighbors across the city. Today's message is simple. Donate organs. It saves lives. And that's enough for us. We are proud as the Paterson Fire Department under Chief McDermott and as the FMBA's Local 2 and 202 to announce that we are committing ourselves to increasing the number of donors, and we are starting with ourselves, our own members. It's a matter of saving lives. Organ donation is hit close to home. In fact, when we started planning this event earlier in the month, we had retired Paterson firefighter Jake Roselle in mind. He was waiting for a lung transplant, and we hoped he'd be here celebrating life with us today. After many false starts, and despite a lot of prayers, Jake can't be with us here physically. He got a transplant, but we lost him on Friday. We know he's here with us in spirit, and we dedicate this entire effort to him. I'll have a few more remarks later. With that being said, here's Fire Chief Brian McDermott.
So on this past Saturday, the Firehouse welcomed over 1,000 parents and children as we opened our doors to the first ever Touch a Truck event for autism awareness. That effort, like the one that's being launched today, was one led by the men and women of the Paterson Fire Department. While both go beyond the day-to-day duties of a firefighter, both speak of what being a firefighter is truly about, building community. The Paterson Fire Department has a proud history of serving the city of Paterson for 125 years. In fact, and I have to tell you, it's an honor to be the chief of this storied department. I don't think there's a day that goes by when one of our firefighters doesn't come to me, either directly or through FMBA Local 2 and 202, with an idea of how we can give back to the community. It's really remarkable, it truly is. To echo Kyle, while I also mourn the loss of firefighter Jake Roselle, I celebrate the gift of life that will be given to so many through organ and tissue donation. A tribute to a man that gave so freely of himself, not just during his career, but even after it. So as of today, I'll be giving after it too. I'll be an organ donor myself. So we encourage others to follow my lead and the lead of the Paterson Fire Department, brave men and women. So thank you for being here today, and thank you to the men and women that keep this firehouse so beautiful, and others all across Paterson working 24 hours a day for our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And with that, we're going to bring up Denise Peoples from the Sharing Network.
Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Denise Peoples, and I am a hospital and community educator for the New Jersey Sharing Network. Today, I am joined by our Vice President, Elise Glennon, and donor mom and community educator, Patty Jackson. We are here today to say thank you to the Paterson Fire Department, which is very close to my heart because I am a Paterson native, and it is an honor to be here today, not only as a Paterson native, but to honor your fellow firefighter. Jake was very special. Now that I've known about him, because I am a double lung transplant recipient, and I know his journey well, and we honor him today. But we also want to come and let you know that in the United States, there's 115,000 people waiting for the life-saving gift. In New Jersey, there's nearly 4,000. But in Paterson, there is 95 people waiting for a life-saving transplant. And this initiative today is major. It is a great thing, and we honor you at the Sharing Network. We honor you for your commitment and your determination, and we want to give you this flag that you all can sign in Jake's memory. You can fly it, and it is a great way to say that Paterson is definitely helping save lives, and the firefighters who save lives every day are still saving lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I'd like to bring up our boss, the mayor of the city of Paterson, Andre Sayed.
So, I have known Jake Roselle since kindergarten. I graduated grammar school with his daughter, Sherry, and I always thought very highly of him. He was a small business owner in addition to being a firefighter. He had a roofing company, and he lived in the Lakeview section where I grew up for most of my life. So I think it's appropriate this time that we have a moment of silence for Jake. Thank you. And let's keep his family in our prayers and make sure we comfort them tomorrow. So today I'm proud to stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder with Paterson's bravest. And there's a reason why they're called the bravest. Because one element of being a firefighter is being altruistic. And altruism means that you put others before yourself. You're willing to make a sacrifice. And today that's what we're asking people to do. Put others above yourselves. Make that donation. The chief made that bold proclamation earlier. I'm doing the same. I'm going to be an organ donor as well, because firefighters save lives, and that's what they're here today to reaffirm. They're here to save lives. And we're going to do this in memory and to the legacy of Jake Roselle. Thank you very much.
And Public Safety Director Jerry Speziel's got a few words he'd like to say as well.
Thank you. I'm going to be brief. The men and women of the Paterson Fire Department are an extraordinary, talented group of individuals that are truly dedicated to the welfare of the residents here in the city of Paterson. You are all the unsung heroes that do so much for this community. What can we say to a group of individuals that does so much and asks for so little? Thank you. I will also be an organ donor with the chief and the mayor. Thank you very much.
Okay. We're going to close up in a few minutes, but I just wanted to mention how close organ donation is to the Paterson Fire Department. In 2004, the father of Captain Mike Tromlin, John Tromlin, got a heart transplant, and he lived for 15 years after that, and was able to see his grandchildren grow and his children succeed. And in 2012, we had a horrific fire on Trenton Ave. 7 people were trapped, and after the heroic efforts of the Paterson firefighters, they rescued 7 people, 3 of which, however, were not going to make it. They were transported to the hospital alive, and two of those people were organ donors, and in turn, their organs went to save the lives of 7 others. So even when we are, even when we can't, even when we don't save a life fully, donating an organ can spread out life for everyone. And the last thing I'm going to do is I got Jake Roselle's daughter Jackie texted me today, and they just had a few words that they wanted to say on behalf of Jake and his family. He was very passionate about the Sharing Network. Jake was a tough guy. I remember him very well. But on behalf of the family of Jake Roselle, we would like to thank you for honoring him today and bringing awareness to the important cause of organ donation. Thank you to the Paterson Fire Department for helping to educate on how important it is to become a donor. 7 or 8 lives can be saved from just one donor. Despite the fact that did not go the way he had hoped, our dad was very passionate about organ donation. In his condition, we had no other options. It was try donation or watch our dad live out the remaining days in the hospital. He wholeheartedly believed in this, regardless of the risks associated with such a surgery. Our dad was very involved in several organizations which support various worthy charities. However, we felt that it was best to honor him by supporting the New Jersey Sharing Network. We have asked that in lieu of flowers, donations to the New Jersey Sharing Network be made in his honor. Thank you again for honoring our dad, retired Paterson firefighter Jake Roselle. Love, Sherry, Samantha, and Jackie.